guys to the Fibs Don't Lie video course. Before I get started, I want to mention that I will not be covering every single detail in regards to Forex trading in this course. I would just be simplifying a strategy that I use daily in a specific pattern. If you would like to know the history of trading Forex, you should go to babypips.com, go to education, and then from here just sign up and study all this material. It is a lot of material. It might take up to a month to study everything, but yet again, trading is not something that is fairly easy. It takes years of dedication and practice. But once you get to this site and you just sign up to School of Pipsology, go through all this course here, and once you finish everything, then that will answer certain questions that you will have as I provide you with more and more content with this course. So I will close that out. And to get things started, I want to speak about trading certain pairs. Like, for example, if you have a 9 to 5 and you cannot be glued to your computer during the day, it is convenient for you to trade the Asian session. And in regards for you to trade the Asian session, you need to trade a pair that is trading at that current time. So that is one of the ways that I started trading Forex. I was trading futures during the morning, and at nighttime I would trade the Australian dollar right after 7 o'clock at night, and I would just place my trades from there. And so I ended up transitioning over fully to just trading Forex 100% of the time, and I started staying away from futures, and that actually provided me the ability to trade the London session and the New York session. So you will have 4 sessions. I have an overview here of those different sessions. So you will see that you have the Australian session starts at 6 o'clock and it runs all the way till 3 in the morning. Then you have the Tokyo Open that overlaps an hour later from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. Then you have the London Open at 3 a.m., closes around noon Eastern Time, and also the New York Open at 8 in the morning and it closes at 5 p.m. These two here are the sessions that I trade mainly every single day. I trade the US dollar, the euro, and the euro dollar starting around 4:30 a.m. If I don't see a pattern to trade around 3 from between 4:30 and 8 in the morning, then I just avoid this session and I trade the New York session. The strategy that I will be showing you guys, it it provides you trading opportunities almost daily. However, there will be days that you will be sitting on your hands and you will not trade. They rarely happen. This year, I would say there has been about 4 or 5 days that I did not trade. However, one of these sessions will provide you with the opportunity, but also it depends on your schedule. Not everyone is able to wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning to trade the London session. So in that case, you can trade the New York session. Not everyone can trade the New York session because a lot of people have a 9 to 5. So in that case, you might want to trade the Australian dollar or maybe the British pound, and be able to trade from 7 to like 10 o'clock at night. So that would be the Australian session, Eastern time. So I just wanted to go over that before I introduce the major pairs. And one of the key points that I always stress every time that I speak to people in regards to trading is just stick to one pair. I personally, I started off trading the Australian dollar every single evening, like I just mentioned, around 7 o'clock. I was trading it every single day, and that was the only pair that I was trading until I transitioned over to trading forex in the morning and not futures anymore in the morning. So I'm just trading right now. the euro dollar. It is one of the most volatile pairs that you can find. These are the amount of pips that it can potentially move in a 24-hour period. So if you notice, this is one of the highest ones, and also the British pound. So these are good pairs for you to analyze and figure out which one you want to select and trade. But also you might want to pick the pair depending on the session that you will be trading. And again, like I mentioned, babypips.com, it will go over every session in detail and the best times to trade within that session and the pairs that you would like to trade depending on your location as well. And also the summertime sessions, they will be slightly different just because of the time saver globally. So if you just go over baby pips, you will see this information here. And also another thing I wanted to mention was keeping your eye just on one pair for the simple fact that every chart has a personality and you just want to get used to that personality. I could give a brief example here how the Aussie dollar, it mainly just pulls in one direction or the other, so it doesn't offer you as many opportunities as opposed to the euro dollar. The euro dollar is a little bit more volatile, and you see how it pulls every traces, so it gives you way more opportunities than the Aussie dollar. And also a very popular one is UJ, the US dollar against the yen. And this is also a pretty good pair that most people trade here in it when they if they're using the Eastern time frame, just for the simple fact that you're able to trade this mainly from 8 o'clock in the morning till probably noon. The session goes on until 5 o'clock. However, I do not recommend trading after 11 o'clock in the morning or noon, just because banks and institutions, they're already place their trades, volume goes down, and you might be stuck. You can potentially be stuck on a losing position, or even if the position goes in your favor. However, you will be stuck in that position for a long period of time. So I'm always focusing on the earlier times when you see the most volatility, and the most volatile session is the London session. That is why it is my favorite session. I usually try to start. I usually come to my computer at 4:30 in the morning. By 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm in a trade. Most of the time, I'm out of that trade by 6:30 or 7, and I'm done for the day. So you have the entire day to do whatever you want, and you don't have to be glued to the computer. Which is another topic: how much you should be staring at charts on a daily basis. Looking at charts often, it doesn't increase your ability to trade whatsoever. It might just provide you with eye fatigue, and it might be counterintuitive with your trading abilities. Yeah, so this basically sums up the pairs, sessions, and the strategy. The strategy will come out of you getting to know the personality of the chart that you're looking at, and looking at it every day consistently, and just focusing on one.